What is so exceptional about this goat? Afenyo-Markin. What is exceptional about him? For people to think, say, Aponchi we yachine the nashim because of nyomebia or yeah, we should scream and the whole country should come down. What is so exceptional about him? Their minority leader wabo police ni asum or bo police ni punch ni pema or she police atadi. Misdemeanor no. Emracho under misdemeanor. You bet to me aka say ko jail. You bet to me aka say ko community service. You bet to me so do what to a fiase. You bet to me dem interfro Abronye. You bet to me JÄIL no. All right, now let's take care of business. Because my so better than same bebre. Now, the AC town ni. You see a year yachikuku. Edio. Yes, Abronye NPP Bono Regional Chairman Abronye DC remanded into police custody for 1 week, set to appear on September 19th. Yachi Abronye Abain Saka Abronye Ghana ne yeti hamsano embrabo oman ho ban. Unless you are foolish, unless you are stupid, unless you don't understand the say ekrobia emrabo ho ban. De obeye bia no ye wo mra ebo ekro no ho ban. It does not matter who you are. Oye NPP ni o, oye NDC ni o, ye wo emra ebo oman bia ho ban, and Ghana is not an exception. Inti Ghana na yete no ye wo mra o Ghana kronim. It does not matter which government is in power, but the laws are clear and explicit. When it comes to Ubum Rana, there was say Ufesi. I've heard a lot of people write so many things on Facebook, especially the I want to be lawyers in Ghana. There are so many people in Ghana practicing law. And come abruchira and come one client to cry. There's a lot of them in Ghana. They say there are so many people in Ghana today calling themselves lawyers. So they wouldn't get one client to even take them to court and say, I am defending you. So their views don't matter. And those are the people who are loud. They shout a lot. They make noise a lot because they need that attention. Because mo amoko abruchire koye law no. Most of na UK, most of na US, most of na abruchire law no. Sanka mu wie law no wo ho no. Sanka mu benya client anka mo tena ho because uko school we are edwuma na oye no person onye musika anameboa. But because they know that omo ntumi antena abrochire na nya de ombenya client baako, that's not where I'm going. Omo nyina client baako no, they have come to Ghana and they are making a lot of noise. So it does not matter the noise you make. It does not matter how you feel. You need to understand the say a corona with him no, there are laws. The application of the law, sometimes the person who is in charge decides how the law should be applied. And that is where some of the so-called lawyers in Ghana, they don't get, especially when it comes to judges. And the discretion of the judge. As much as the judge needs to work within the confines of some particular laws, the judge also has discretion. And sometimes you do be quarter. Judge Tumika say, fine, you embrane chese or see a mouth bail. But my discretion and internet minya opportunity to sit here. The opportunity na mreti a discretion count. But me shed the air na when you went to me mouth bail no. And at that point you cannot fault the judge. I was in America and a judge be etna in court. And I can say how he feels about a comment I made. He was going to put a judgment together to prove to Ghana for you and say or discretion to take a decision be our person taking. Now, it is up to Nipana judge not no and make a sad decision. It's up to Nipana or your defendant and the lawyer to prove to the judge say, even though you are in charge of this case and you have your discretion, no, I can still prove to you, say, your discretion, no, it should be limited at this point, and that you should look at this, that, and grant my client what he is praying. And I say, what he is basically asking of you. And we should not let it sound to say when Acheampong gets bail, it is automatic that Kwame Amponsah will get bail. It does not work like that. And that is what the misinformation and disinformation some people working in Ghana across the breadth of this nation creating in the heads of some people. And it's not yet fa judges for 7 etna asamso ewo Supreme Court. Omo nyina to meet assembly the same day, the same time, the same presentation. But when they are writing their judgment, they come from different point of views. It means judges are not equal. They look at the issues and at the end of the day at their discretion. Inti enya obia na yede ne judge, enya obia na tina cases so. So if you're a lawyer and you know all these things and you understand, say my client can have all the excuses and defense, but at the end of the day, if I'm not able as a lawyer to prove my case, or prove with the law to show the lawyer that my client needs to go home, you don't deserve that. Abronye's lawyer is talking so much. He's making so much noise outside the court. 99.9% of the people standing outside the court who are misbehaving and talking don't even know what happened in that courtroom. When people enter court and they write after court, transcript in the do not look at the transcript and make your judgment. Sometimes the demeanor, body language, and how counsels or lawyers of people they are defending act can even at the end of the day affect a client. So not just reading a transcript of what happened inside a courtroom. And the betima actually was said the outcome from the court, at the end of the day, it was this way or it was that way. We have a big gap. The so-called group law, they are deceiving a lot of Ghanaians. They are making it look like say obi rakota na Ghana brand kaseya. I was saying the with the Ghana brand protecting them. It does not work like that. And it's up to these people, these so-called law. No, we have been to law school. It is up to them to prove or educate Ghana for ordinary people on the streets, because we are talking about misdemeanor. Our Abronye case, how many of the cows and goats and the sheep and those idiots standing outside the court how many of them understand misdemeanor, felony? And I was very happy when Inkoto touched on misdemeanor, the meaning of misdemeanor. Sibia eko baby ekodu a changey a felony. The people standing outside making the noise say aponchi we yachinatum yadena foka yadena kotohano. The question is, are we the so-called legal brains in Ghana? Mo amoko tena bruche say akosia lo abuntima tena bruche one practice no. Moba Ghana na moya madwin se munim Ghana mre nyina no. You need to take time and educate Ghana for no bibi. Because majority of you people sitting on social media writing and making it look like you are smarter than any lawyer in Ghana. See, the Abronye we mamu so munkojina quarter, you cannot defend him. You can't. You guys can be paid all the money in the world. 99% of you, the social media lawyers, those who went to school outside Ghana and said, yeah, law, yeah, Bible practice or Ghana, no, you cannot defend Abronye for Abronye to work as a free man. You can't. So it is sometimes you push you slow down a little bit. Calling yourself a lawyer or telling people you have been to law school does not make you more intelligent than anyone. The laws are there. And as much as we have good lawyers in the system, they are all equally good judges in the system. When I had an issue with the court, at the end of the day, I had to appear before the court to make my case, to convince the judges that what your colleague basically is asking for, it does not make sense. the Supreme Court judges sitting there, they know the law, they have read the law, they listen to my lawyer. So it's all boils down to the person leading Abronye in the courtroom. Is he able to make his case? But then if you sit on social media as a Facebook lawyer who cannot practice in Europe, who cannot practice in America, who basically goes to take a certificate and come to Ghana and try to flex your muscle and make it look like you know everything about law, then without due respect, most uncle for JÄIL or Ghana. Because the way people in Asia, America, Europe, they see a year court, you people are making Ghanaians think, say, walking into a courtroom, automatically you have to go home. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. And it's about time you, the Facebook lawyers, now more Ghana now, you could not practice in Europe and America because your level of intelligence, and drew that level to convince a judge or to even convince a client that you can win a case for them. It's about time you people mellowed yourself and understand the say. We have a country where Emra Eye Juma won kronim. So when Ghana, now you say, and ukodi bonibi na untumi for lawyer. You are not supposed to get yourself involved in that boneno. And you have to also know, say, so was sikari kona for lawyer, also making sure say, ube to me echa unwat ube to matete ana emrano enchuma. These are things most of my law, my law school, my lawyer. These are the things you tell the people. But you see, the emotions, that I want to be known, that I'm trying to let people know I've learned law. Law is nothing. Without due respect. Aya Ghana, ena yemubi. Yama obi so call law school, an exceptional thing. Being a lawyer is nothing. It's the same as being like a teacher. It's the same as being like a doctor. It has nothing unique about it. Until you are able to prove yourself in court to show to your client that what you went to school to learn, you are basically making use of it and protecting that your client. You are as useless as anything in the toilet because your job as a lawyer is to defend and make sure your client does not end up in jail. If you are not able to do that, then you need to understand that you have a lot of deficiencies. There are so many people sitting on social media speaking law and talking law and writing law. They have not even won a case in court before. They themselves, they are defending themselves in court. They are not even able to get out of it easily. So why should we get up and listen to such people and make it look like Obiti Facebook can law, pretending to be a lawyer or acting as if I've been to UK to learn law. So Ghana Mrano, I know everything. So when somebody commits a crime, misdemeanor, felony, whatever, and enters our court, automatically, it does not work like that. That is the self-entitlement thing that some of you have. And in your law now, you are not going anywhere. You are still doing banchere. Now, this goat, your friend Abronye, he has committed a crime. Eddie na kujina court. And a court to say, Yemfaninko trim. Now the prosecutor, a Ghana CID officer, almost Ghana Police Service, prosecutor didn't make any case, extra judge, Say we are investigating. Maybe this person, Yejani Manuko Fia, the way I otieno, Obetima kofankophobia kuku witnesses are investigating to help in our investigations. It could be an electronic investigation or an online investigation, but you have to understand that time and now TV so show no nipa bitin nim ena ebi busa questions and there were people who were producing it. So it is not just Abronye sitting in front of a video camera. It is Abronye production now all year. There are so many people involved. Ebi Abronye in his statement, he said he solicited information from somebody. Ebi ono say asama mekan no eyasime na ka kire me. So maybe the police are even investigating to get hold of the person that Abronye has mentioned, say when the can say we kire me na mekan. So when the police comes to court and tells the judge, say, we are still investigating and we don't want the investigations to be tainted. This guy who is a suspect is somebody we cannot trust that someone bail or interfere in the investigations. The police, they are making their case. The prosecutor is making his case. So it is left with Abronye's lawyer to prove to that judge sitting there, say, Mr. Judge, it does not matter what you think or where or how you feel. This is what I believe should allow my client to go home. As simple as that. This is not about somebody screaming, somebody. No, it's about the law. The law is the law. The law is the law. Into police, no prosecutor can say we are still investigating, and that we believe that this guy still should be held in cells for our investigations not to be tainted. The police might have told the judge, say, maybe after we read Abronye's statement, we saw some loopholes that will help us get the people who helped him commit this crime, whether misdemeanor or felony. The police, they need to get to the bottom of this. And it's the police are making the case. It's upon Abronye's lawyers to prove to the judge. How the judge feels does not matter. But this is the case where Jimmy Fowe Dibone. So, because Oye NPP Bono regional chairman in Saponchiwe Dibone, we should not put him in the Black Maria and bring him in Abronye Yebano. Nanke Afaponko dinesi so mo NPP for mo Jimmy ana. The Ghana Police Service, they have all the right to choose the kind of transportation they want to use when they sit and do their analysis investigations, because their job is to protect every single person in their custody. Into the Ghana Police Service, it does not matter. You could be somebody who committee a felony. If their security or their intelligence tells them, say, the attention now the Ghana Police Service can do that and protect that person. The Ghana Police Service can decide and put that person in a Black Maria. Or the Ghana Police Service can decide and put that person in a Highlands. The Ghana Police Service, you don't decide how they transport somebody, a suspect, to the court. It is how you're a lawmaker and also a politician, and now you're a lawyer, and your problem is how the person was transported safely to court. Then you are not being honest to yourself. You are being disingenuous. You are basically fooling some group of people following you. The substantive thing that you have to be talking about is, why couldn't Abronye's lawyer make sure he made a case inside courtroom in front of a judge to take him back home? That is what we are talking about. So, come in one chair, actually, with Jimmy, and I will be there, and I make us say, what is so exceptional about this goat? Abronye. What is exceptional about him? What is exceptional about Abronye for people to think, say, because of we should scream and the whole country should come down? What is so exceptional about him? Because Oye NPP Bono regional chairman. Then NPP for Jimmy no be way regional chairman. I can why be way regional chairman. Say NPP for Jimmy. And they will still sit there after 8 years. Still keep this guy as a regional chairman. A party buying the work Ghana. This Jimmy way be a regional chairman. Because what then the work we obi aka say I want to be part of the NPP. Kasa ben free akwa weduma ba ebema obi are interested to join the NPP. These are things you need to ask. There's nothing about this fool that is going to entice anybody to say this guy is an example that when I join this party, he's an inspiration. Bia metumde di party where you Jimmy for. And you see, the funny thing is, Jimmy where you no. This is not the first time. Why a sad way? It's been consistent. But you see, my problem with my own MPP for Jimmy say, they are quick to hail foolish people. That is why the party has been destroyed. They are so quick to hail foolish people. Nobody in the NDC will do what Abronye did. Nobody. You dare not. Even a mere party communicator cannot set up a Facebook Live and use those words Abronye used. somebody who is known as an NDC person under Fifi Kwete, under John Mahama, under Asia Ketia, under the NDC. Nobody can do. Even a regional chairman called Makosro. I'm talking about a mere communicator. So there is a problem with the NPP as a political party. Its leadership, no, Jimmy. And that is what they are missing. Anything I mean as a member of the NPP, the intelligence side of NPP, no, make a chance say party ni penny for Jimmy. The leadership are fooling the sheep. The foolish masses are just following these people because they don't even understand what is going on. Akwawe man he obeko jail 4 years. Akwawe. Someone say ya obeko jail. Obeko ko dem. Yeah. It does not change anything. Some party in penny for Nyansa. This is the time they have to call the party leadership and tell everybody to be very, very careful and decorum in their statements. But what do we see? The party leadership, like fools, are leading a charge. Yachi Jimini ba kwatum. Na adentina NPP regional chairman for Yenchi Omuntu Fiasi. Have you people asked yourself that question? But you see, they are lowering the standards. They are making this to look like a normal thing. Persecution. NDC in pay asem. Your friend is saying IGP in pay asem. They are fooling the base. And there you say, Omomudi party, they are the ones who are going to suffer. Because the leadership is not being honest with them. Leadership, no, emuso mwe Jimmy. Omuso muntu min kinkan entinyo mebiase. NPP ni bi onimi nyanse bia will never go to that court to say I'm going to support Abronye. Why? NPP ni onimi nyansa. Opesa party way ye rebrand it, na represent it. Mwangasa mu NPP na moka se yete na himfie na. NPP Nibia Onim Nyansa will not leave their home to go see, say, may ko support to Abronye. What are you supporting him on? Then I was supporting. Adem Bono Hono, Nipaniwana, Mubedi regional chairman or party him. It shows it's a party mwe Jimmy. Moya mole papa. Now, Shadibi. Abronye on hunger strike. Lawyer say Abronye say on didi. I don't mwangasa mushe soap opera too much. Some mwangasa motime na summary. Eko visiti kunkumbajia ewo India. Chese enkwasi mwangasa no concert ya mode. Yese Abronye say on didi. Ni diane kura nso ye. Yana kura yendi. Na move Abronye nkotu nsawe mu amode that GIA police headquarters. Move nkotu nsawe mu 1 week. Nontina ho. Yesi Abronye se ondidi. Na me ondidi am yeko efam ho. Aponje se onwe banje hono a. What is my problem with that? Abronye se ondidi. What's the big deal? Because obian deny eduane. We Abronye nankasa ne well. Yama oduane osimindi. It means ne well ono anakumem no se ondi. Inti komedi na obebo punum. Comedy Abronya obebo punum se mumma me aduane ndi. It is Abronye every ni pem na so ondi dia. What is the big deal here? Ono na se onni enye se obi aso ne mene ena se Abronye aduane ye ma wundi osimi ndi. It is Abronye se ondi dia. Ya won kofo pe aduane di o. Mumo Jimmy o. Now Shadi bi see outside the courtroom. I keep telling MPP for yeah there.
Mama,
Oh, kind of because we do about them. We mukui fo we mukui fo. Omo to mukran to me fu. Omo highest peak. Omo highest peak ni. And ye penti omo ni mabegina. Omo highest ni. Omo see so. This is the time omo so omo ho efe. Omo ban cry. Mukui fo. Me humbo die for. Omo ntiase. They don't understand what is going on. Party no ejimi omo. They don't get it. Na mba we oni omo da ho ahomachi na ohiram gu so a. Hwoma no. Obeka we di obatem. Na oyiri nie unua ba nie. Na se sebio wote wona wo hwe no. Na wo na wo yemba nie a. Obebusa say ah mukui we me wo ne de ne ye den. Mumbusa omo best ni omo pick no modu no. Because ye ladies of NPP. Oh, okay, so what you about them? This is where the problem is. So because they feel say, yeah, Jimmy, they don't even understand. They don't get it. Bawku ni masa puma. Bawku ni masa puma. Puma ya Jackchan mu use Jackchan puma. Na ni parfum e tumi kotina TikTok no kasam tan ya. Ahwenye kura hu omo na ahwenye adwane. We mo ahwenye ehu omo na ahwenye adwane. Na we ahwenye abegu we ase. This is what I talk about. MPP omo Jimmy hwe hwade wo hwe. Listen.
Na abni atimfo nyina se omo ye saka wa boy. Bana ti ho. And your hunu adan NDC youth organizer me boa. And na wanya your hunu NDC youth organizer where IGP. And the open view of Bayama and Ameboa, we live to see. Send a medical kind. Send the Bodiano, Uncle and Fiotoro. Saturday and go for that. From Mamma, no one knew what they began. Overcall 100 years in back. MPP as a political party. Yes, you're Baba. Never. Why dear? MPP ba na so ye try bobra yedi ya pesa baba uba kasa sibu to dai obia yedi MPP ba munyedi meba no commander meba ni o minister youth organizer ni kan say ye ba power MPP youth organizer now on your police we will make sure obey police ni because you police for her or say police atade wakata na ni by NDC youth organizer on your police ni you are John the money Mahama catch Acheampong say omu nyina omu ye sakawa police anti omu azoka enam Ghana have free dia dey catch omu say jenye nim say 2028 ye ba power na say ba power dey akosui media for mu ya dance for ye pese bedu we be dey say in fact ye buy more than 100 times the end is for ye so omu pa omu tie nyina nkogum because when we come back to power we will do the same thing to them ye be ti obi in fact ye be make sure say Ghana no ye be chom say yanso ye wotumi. The Babati for 8 years, Yanchobia, Yanya Bonibia, Yanya di Bonibia, and Sasana on Baya. Nagana police is so any a professional. No Bayet Mama and this. We are there, you are waiting for them 2028. Inshallah. Yomuye, you buy more than 200,000.
This is where the problem is. Yeba Bamu, Yanya Bonibia, Yanchobia, Mike Sebio, Eteni, Oyana and Mama Kobo form, Allah Wakuba, Yanko Pontian Empire, Shanabasa. Emumba Jimmy, Emumba me Jimmy. And they be America. And tough only be no more MPP muno. Omwe Jimmy to the point they said they want to prove themselves. When we say Abronye DC no go jina court, when we say Gabi Ochida Akwaba. And so say you 10 year boy be ejina oka say oka asa achimfo ye sakawafo. Me say when we say Gabi Ochida Akwa no so ye achimni no. When we so abejina o say obeka say obi aka say tia achimfo. Won be die tuo ho no mo won jankroma so gina hobi omo ana omo ye integral member of Bawumia na Akufo-Addo aban won say obi gina ho no we mu na edi omo ye nkwase adwuma we mu ade be kye ne akye na kwase we ni momobo adan we kise ko hwe fie ohia ni ba. These are foolish people. Send them who young man be odi MPP cham say na we Jimmy ana can't you reason? See the argument they are making. Iti akwa o ready ka say IGP we NDC for na say ochano pa yeto yen suffering say bra. Ye pen and paper. Write and prove say IGP no ye NDC den na we ntumi anya ne de ni kogina court. Tio. Sa Ghana ni bi krampo for tape we. No ka say I'm a citizen of the Republic of Ghana. We make a statement say IGP aye we. Me pese obe prove if you say me pese me make sure say IGP na or share security so Ghana no or yes or nye NDC ni na so obi de wo court say asema be make ye no bra court be chirema wo betumi omo ejimi makacham say they still don't believe they are in opposition. That is the problem with these people, the sense of entitlement. Jimino, they just don't get it. Ya nye obia boni bia, ya ba power ya nye bibia. So in their head, you know, obia di boni ndani ya china. Sani pano is against and as or your enemy of the state. That is the problem with them. That is the problem with these people. That is the problem with these people. Wemo omu ye here for they lack education. The party does not tell them the truth. And a ye kubi and ye chibi gum omu jimi. And so when you sit in you sit back and you watch. Now we see arguments omu meki. And the argument in say when you give them the platform to speak, how they can rebrand the party. Kevin Taylor, tell us what the NPP represents. Kevin Taylor. So Abronye DC asema okaya no say or say okoyi no court but Kevin Taylor. So you can see clearly that I control the party. Jimmy, they don't have focus. They don't know what they are doing. Ushia penyini. So person say NPP for me more. They rally around one statement. So we could be an anoka say, and a Kevin Taylor, yes, so did you 2 for them. Na so 2 for the lawyer and Akufo-Addo. So me do 2 for them, or 2 for Unimumra Cheme. I don't know 2 for Sumi. So me this soft be at them or Ghana. I know says a soft baby or lawyers. Why haven't they taken me to court? So me di obiatem or Ghana, Sebio se me di o 2 for them. O 2 for the packet or Nyakwara. O 2 for has his personal lawyer. In fact, at the point, Akufo-Addo was his lawyer, meaning Otumfo Kwebia, a Akufo-Addo law firm na for you know, he still has lawyers. Why hasn't Otumfo say our evidence is sooner? Why hasn't he gone to court? Software anandi patiti or Ghana, na adwene en se makasetiano. Na emra e Ghana chese makasetiano no, e wo se emra de twema so no. Why haven't they gone to court? Sankofo no hwem TV so mu se mu agimi. The NPP et say enkran ne a wo de ewo asofom. They don't ask, say, a war we poison one up. They all told the same, like they are so stupid. So stupid. For almost a year, they have exhausted, they are almost exhausting a whole year without making any reasonable statement. Why are Ghana and DB NPP? Na NPP nyakono. Now I just go Ghana and Nimka say Kevin Taylor did penina tema. Ebema Ghana and Naka say intia for NPP mrana. And that's the question. Inti Kevin Taylor did penina bi atem. And in your head, you know, Kevin Taylor did 2 for them into Yemfa MPP Mrana. Makacha Senkofu Jimmy. And Jimmy no, and yet Jimmy just a normal Jimmy. A reincarnated Jimmy. So be when MPP no or what. Now or started at the Sa MPP Nesha Kora Jim Etrima. Now Korani Jimmy. A reincarnated Jimmy. A hereditary almost a heritage Jimmy no. It is a steady MPP for the way I'm penny for no the same way I'm Korana Jane into youth organizer or the same way to say Salakao or Salakao. So it is basically it ripples. It ripples from the top. It do one argument your pet, reason your pet, the way they react to things your pet. So it is not a political party, it's a cluster of foolish animals coming together and thinking some way party. That is my issue with them. Me as a member of the NPP, you know, I can tell you on authority, your members, 90% they are not reasonable. As a member of the NPP with a card, and I've paid my dues, make to my catch or say, your members, 90% they can't reason. And We sit here and they make it look so yeah. You see Abronye Akufo-Addo. Police Abronye. Ubusa in something in I say it's all about misdemeanor. Now, the minority leader, Afenyo-Markin, EOCO Parliament, right? And EOCO police station, a court, Muntie na no asem, Afenyo-Markin. This is the same guy who slapped a police officer. For somebody to sit even on TV to say, Aden Yeja Kevin Taylor and Nambona Onim say Afenyo-Markin abo police ni assume, or a leader of their members of parliament who make laws in parliament. Now Onim oni tim say Afenyo-Markin abo police ni assume, and none of them have ever made reference to that. So we say MPP omo ye muama. Yeah. Their minority leader wabo police ni assume, or bo police ni punch. Oh, ni pema oshe police atadie. Now, Mumiente Afenyo-Markin Okokoto.
The police invited him on Monday, the 8th of September. He responded to the invitation by the police, went with his lawyers, submitted himself to interrogations. Within an hour of interrogations, he was whisked into NIB custody. The question is, why would the police investigating a matter and has its own police cells decide to send a citizen who is being investigated on a matter which is a misdemeanor into NIB custody? It must be stated that our checks at the NIB confirms that the NIB is not interrogating Abronye, neither are they investigating him. According to the NIB, they are only recipients of the man Abronye. In other words, the police sent him there that they should keep him. That is why they received him. But they are not the ones who are investigating. So the question is, why would Ghana Police Service claim to be investigating a person and rather decide to send him to NIB cells? Is it to punish him or what? Then they kept him the whole of Monday night, and Tuesday morning, being the 9th, he was brought to court. When they brought him to court, the police insisted that they still needed him for further investigation. Therefore, they want him to be remanded into lawful custody. Of course, the judge upheld the application and remanded Abronye to be brought to court today. And the sad part of it is that when he left court, the police handcuffed him. The police invited him.
So, this guy is a lawyer. He's a lawmaker. He's a lawmaker who punched a police officer in uniform, slapped a police officer in uniform. Afenyo-Markin. Now, they know all kind of. I'm very sure 99% of the MPP fools, they don't even understand. He's misleading them. He's lying to them. Wakwa top brony suit. Shape. Ena kakawura ye di trim. Ena bofut na nabi dinechi. Ena nkwasi afoma ehia afoma no eboje so. Wa dress shape. Ena onam ni panim. Adan ya we na odi a party nim MPP fu ejimi. Na asemo ka nyina ne se ai ontiasie se Abronye police ato omo nsa afre no Abronye ebe kana no asem wie no na police forecast said abi one sem na waka no any evidence there wono we need to still do investigations into ya ma wonko na police eka say and the NIB which is another branch of our security. NIB is not for foreigners. The NIB is another branch of Ghana's security. The Ghana security system, NIB, EOCO, police, they work hand in hand. They are intertwined. And the police say, you know something? The NIB, we believe said now to protect Abronye, we want the NIB to keep Abronye. The police did not say NIB should beat Abronye. And to date, Abronye lawyer, Emba Bontebeka said, Obia assaulted Abronye in the cells of NIB. And as Abronye's rights, it has been abused in any form. NIB. Maybe. Police if one kasa intelligence nature almost say. So the Abronye echo mixi ebia the cells population or hona ebia because of his political background. Somebody might even help hurt Abronye in cells. This guy is a politician. He has said a lot of things against so many people. You never know. Ebia Duncan Williams, Duncan Williams in Nimuno, our cells war because of his summer or kafa Duncan Williams. Ebia nipa no kwa nipa busa sana me wofa. Ena wudi na tem no. Ebe keke bada sha kobu Abronye kum. Ana say ebia nipa bia Abronye kan asem. Ne ho abusu ni bi so da cells. Ema eda nipa ni trim. Intebia yadini ura cells wa na anadwofa no nipa na fa ni trim po akoku Abronye. The police Ankasa Tinasio said they need to protect Abronye. It is a police na Abronye free. CID and I say police headquarters at number NIB for safekeeping. The police is rather protecting the criminal. But you see, a lawmaker who is foolish, a lawmaker who is doing politics, a lawmaker who knows the party base is stupid and cannot read, write, and understand. So he plays with their emotions. Because when you saw Jimmy, they will fall for this. Now, also making argument, say, on TSC say, Abronye, because asabe ya tono so a misdemeanor keke. Adentina yadi Abronye every police station courtroom no na yadi handcuffs egunensa. Enti anunti on TSC. NPP na omuni minority no Jimmy. On the biggest problem, his biggest problem as a lawmaker, his concern should be how can a member of my party, who is a regional chairman, make such statements to land in court, to land in jail? He does not even care about that. He cares about the public. He cares about the picture being put out there. Say, party ni penyini awe Jimmy aban edede famra kwanswa. His only problem is that adentina Ghana fo hu say handcuffs egu Abronye kwasiampanyi we nsa. That is Afenyo-Markin. They be the MPP for ne or the omu so Jimmy enitina imrebi yachi obi call EOCO office na wa shoe red soul no akwatena form ho no abobo ne nsa also be bloggers emra. This guy, he's a content creator. Jimmy. He knows the party he's leading in parliament. Jimmy. And every time he takes advantage of the ignorance of the NPP and creates his own content to better his CV. But you see, on Afenyo-Markin's CV, the first statement on his CV is say he's a lawmaker, he's the first lawmaker in Ghana, he is a lawyer, he who attacked a police officer in uniform. We will come to that matter because the CID boss today, your feelings are children, and we will question him at the right time. Afenyo-Markin cannot run away from his action against the Ghana police. But the most important thing here is Abronye call court, na court catch Abronye. Afenyo-Markin ekasa in front of the piglets. MPP for no. Or can same way misdemeanor, right? Now let's look into misdemeanor. Misdemeanor no any day. Misdemeanor is a type of criminal offense. And I thank you very much, Inkoto, for doing this earlier on. And at metwaso, misdemeanor is a type of criminal offense that's considered less serious than a felony, but more serious than an infraction like a traffic ticket. Misdemeanor, it's a type of criminal offense. Abronye is a suspected criminal. And it's a court the misdemeanor to so na yehwehwema. He is under criminal investigations. So the word misdemeanor kekene nche say crime na every ho. Yase misdemeanor. Bibia your friend a felony, a such a misdemeanor. But your bibia your friend infraction. Sa misdemeanor no ne bone ne such infraction. Inti yama o ticket e wo kwan ho. Police gina no ka se we twa red light mu wa ma ticket ko tua wo court. Misdemeanor. Sa bone na no e din chen sa bone no. And it's a type of criminal offense. It's a type of criminal offense. It misdemeanor a criminal offense. So let's not Afenyo-Markin stand there in his cartoon suit and say misdemeanor. No. Misdemeanor do to go jail. NPP for bebrene Jimmy. Anything I'm better ha. I am who am straight. Because you are the most easiest group of piglets I can deal with. I'm a member of the NPP, but I am the wise one. That is why I am not part of the piglets. It is a okay echo from my legal definition. In most jurisdictions, a misdemeanor is a minor wrongdoing or a non-indictable offense. It's typically punished by 1. A fine, community service, probation, or jail time of less than 1 year, usually served in a local or country facility. Misdemeanor no. So, embracho under misdemeanor. You bet me a fine no. You bet me a probation. You bet me akase ko jail. You bet me akase ko community service. You bet me so do what to a fiase for close to a year. You bet me dem for close to 1 year. Interfro Abronye, you bet me jail in 1 year pepe and 11 months 20 days. Don't sit there and make this thing look like say ya Abronye into the misdemeanor. But you know where Jimmy. And that is what Abronye is facing. So at the end of the investigations, any court processes, you know, say court be fine. They say Abronye is guilty of misdemeanor. Judge in betuma in fear Bawku. Yes. So don't let the MPP perform do any no and Emma engine se bibia nsi omo Jimmy mo MPP for mo Jimmy mo nkenkan my say nine ye ka semba kutubu tirima na mu die kire me mumu bebre mu be ko jail because mo Jimmy mo nya abotre ekuro na mutim no mo mbusa nsem em ye nkire bone ewom ene bone anim mo Jimmy ani jana mo asem ye me mobo me hwe MPP ni na okasa me so we Jimmy we ye Jimmy for we is just a waste of sperm we obey them because you people don't even know what you are talking about. In terms of from the beginning, you see, misdemeanor is a type of criminal offense that's considered less serious than a felony. Mamencho adibi. Mamencho adikudientia baby Abronye jinan tricky. Yeah. Afenyo-Markin or dadamo onusemu MPP for chimi. Now, example of misdemeanor, petty theft. So be supermarket. And I say obi wia nyoman ketenkete your friend misdemeanor. Disorderly conduct. On say you charge Abronye disorderly conduct. Mokai. Abronye police children no charge ni be the board no disorderly conduct. A womb and also fall under misdemeanor. Simple assault. Afenyo-Markin assaulting a police officer is a misdemeanor. He can go to jail. Public intoxication. Now the yenyo may be emfata. Utumi dem. It falls under misdemeanor. trespassing obi se me fie ni memfo wo no mentwem na wakofo obi wo wewura ni fie trespassing obi ajapade obi aka se ya kase aha mentwem wo ha na wakotwem a falls under misdemeanor or trespass. It could be physical, it could be even verbal. It falls under trespassing. Ubetumi akodem a misdemeanor. Mo MPP for mo jimi o bebre mu bedem in this 42 years here be mu bedem ache. Then we have something called first time shoplifting. So bi ko wura a supermarket na okotam bibi sha ne draw sum ne ache no na the first time it's called misdemeanor. Ubetumi yebetumi ede watum. Afenyo-Markin say MPP for Jimmy is playing with them. Muye mwa. And I'll call police court to share no omo no mo ho nyina e hwana supporters. Omo nyina na ekene Japan supporters, Bawumia supporters. Omo ba ho as party executives. Omo nyina e Bawumia supporters. Omo nyina Bawumia supporters. Bawumia mo na mo busika se omo fa bas nko ho. Na omo nko support it. Because Abronye ADD Kennedy Japan atem. Now Oba Siawa, even though misdemeanor are less severe than felonies, they can still, you see, even though misdemeanor no, sa bone no, emunye do to say felony no, bibi betume si. Say one, appear on your criminal record. Abronye, see you know, okodem 1 year, and I say you know, no community service, and I the court out at the attorney no. Abeka ne criminal record. Sa ankwasi aforo mka so meku John Mahama, o meku ne yire. Sa abiu lady no, she's a criminal on her record. Now tie de obehu. Appears on your criminal record, affect employment, travel visas, or professional licensing. You see misdemeanor no. E betuma affect say okwaji visa ko betuma affect. You better say because of misdemeanor no, because it's a criminal offense no. Ebia visa bia obe apply for krana one sanka sa visa no. They can deny you. And it's like a police report bra. In China boys ne, you don't go to court misdemeanor. I'm just saying no. So ko akoye dwuma bi enya opportunity bia eno ye betime busa ko for police record bra it's a misdemeanor there na we ye o say oh many a friend me fanti den because me ku president they say okay into ope Germany akọ ope America akọ ope power to bini oba siawa o say be upgraded to felonies if repeated or if aggravating factors are present. Example, injury during a DUI. You see, misdemeanor no, e betumi upgrade akwa could do felony. Misdemeanor, it can upgrade. Afenyo-Markin, it's just misdemeanor. That misdemeanor no, in some instances, it may upgrade could do felony. When felony. Kwasia sorry ado pa ohoro meto kuma mama maham hwe ubedem you people have no idea omu jimi mo omu chan otiete hu Abronye yire ho hu so obi abaji mic se me na me ya Abronye busua panyin omu nyina tete omu nim se NPP ntwen ne impreko bi ba be jimi omu ho mo jimi mo supporters of NPP 90% of you mo jimi you don't read, you don't understand, you are following the party like dogs. Tiadia ma mention felony you know what felony is me be kira wadie bi Abronye the reason why Crampo court eboa Abronye because a court Crampo a court Crampo no se omoma Abronye Crampo ebia bail enra ana enda Abronye bia on samra court na asem kwedu felony. You have no idea. Now, a felony is a serious criminal offense for more severe than a misdemeanor. Into felony, no, and no, a danger misdemeanor, right? It's the kind of charge that can reshape someone's life with long-term legal and social consequences. Felony, no, yeah, the to swa it me brewa brabase. But remember, misdemeanor can upgrade to felony. Nyoma bi na obetima ye ama o misdemeanor na akodru felony. Mo MPP for na mo di echire mo jimi mo nim de mo ye. Uchebi too much. Now the car kopem nya accident. Na ekopra ubia. Your friend be DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol. And no crana under misdemeanor no. It me upgrade kodru felony. Se sa accident no. Unyana ekunipa bienu miensa enaya. Yet me upgrade misdemeanor no ko felony. Inti just saying say Abronye the idea to say misdemeanor no. The reason why the court almost prevent Abronye from going to field to come back to court, no, they are protecting from him upgrading his misdemeanor to felony. You know why? Mamicho. Legal definition. Felony in the cannot. A felony is defined as a crime regarded in the US and many other judicial systems as more serious than a misdemeanor. Now, common examples of felony: murder, rape, armed robbery, kidnapping, arson, mail fraud, or embezzlement. Now, so we read the misdemeanor. Now read the felony. They work hand in hand. What can make Abronye's case as misdemeanor no, turn into a felony and say and ye the Abronye court near money bail. Now Abronye sakot na Facebook. Now o make it the same statement, something similar. Na such na ni case na ye misdemeanor na dan so no. Yes adi court it upgrades to felony. Don't underestimate what you are seeing. And for what you are saying, anytime you read the misdemeanor lecture on say it can upgrade, even though misdemeanor or are less severe than felonies, they can still appear on your criminal record, affect employment, travel visas, or professional licensing. Be upgraded to felonies if repeated. Say misdemeanor, no, if it's repeated, it can upgrade to felony. It's Abronye bail in there. Nana Adrian say when you bail, case in court, no sakot na Facebook, no make similar comment. No police turn and suffer now. He goes straight under felony, and Abronye can spend 20 years in jail. Kwasiafo, mwe Jimmy NPP for that damo. You don't read, you don't know the laws. And a Jimmy for ma, and you tell you any about power. Umbra power na wako jail, no wu. Yeah. They be a catch them NPP for Ghana ni obesore so okoto abama NPP no Jimmy. Ghana ni and the friend was or NPP no Jimmy for. The party lacks direction. Omo mudi manim no nim sem Jimmy. They be a mekasa asem me a member of the NPP. The only difference between me and them one say I am smart, I am intelligent. I don't follow foolishness. Anything I make try say me good party no na ya te party for nyansa for di enim because you this group of termites are not intelligent. You can't protect yourself on your own land. Into majority of you guys who go to jail. Boy, this boy, if I decide to take him to court to tell him to prove, say or catch the IGP say IGP ye jumama a political party. That is why he's doing this to Abronye. That's what to prove ya. This boy can go to jail. This boy, Kwasiawe, he can go to jail easy. Obo go dem.
And your and this youth organizer and now when you and this youth organizer where IGP and the open view of we live to see.
He's threatening the IGP. You live to see. Ochina, yako picking. Niaka say, instead of can I say IGP, we live to see. No, what do you mean by that? Troll statement. Neko preview quarter. Because say, hey, ya chekwasia, ya ntia siye, mube demache. Wait, obetima dem, a citizen can take this guy to court because the IGP works for the Ghanaian citizen. Enti, saoka samfa eye IGP hona Ghana ni bi hun say and twasum because at the end of the day, no IGP no he's working, he's representing us. But chirechire you know until once as a citizen because or the to me as IGP mu and ordinary Russian mu. What are you going to say? Can you basically come say because say na Acheampong for no I don't know to court. Say Akufo-Addo na osi law. Gabi Ochedako also was law. Acheampong no so all the legal brains or Ghana no munim nyansa no. Why haven't they taken Mahama to court? Who here ni ba who fi no. Wona ubegina court ni ma kan kwasem. You go to jail. Mwe Jimmy, we cannot change you people. Mwa say moi. You are threatening the IGP. You threatening the IGP. So channel pa IGP me pick your way. Catch say you threaten me in your statement because hey IGP or Tata will be. You people need to understand Emrana Mutimu or Ghana no. You people need to understand. Sa Emrana Mutimu or Ghana no. Sa Emrana Moshasi no because mo jiminti mo bedem bebrebe dem ana metumi hu obi odi NPP echi. Osi yeba power. Yeba power. 20 years cry yeba power. Now 20 years now when. Last bit is Elizabeth Ohene. Mami beifo no. I changing or whatever you did to the CJ Tokonu. We are all here. We will witness and I'm so what this saying. You are going to witness what leave us. Yani 1 more years. We are okay with it. You Elizabeth Ohene, watch us 7 years. What are you waiting to see? We will live to see. You and who? Elizabeth Ohene wo Johnson kura e maye weni also tell catch say what they have done to CJ, we are all here, we will witness. You and who will witness? You will die. You are old, natural order, you will die soon. Let us the young ones, we are okay with it. What is your problem? Ube biago Ubewu. I am natural. Me, I'm not scared to die. Me not scared to die today or tomorrow. I'm not scared. But who Elizabeth Ohene saying, yeah, you CJ, we will all live to regret. When are you going to live? You don't have more than 10 years to live. There are more young people. We need to preserve their life and preserve this nation. Into Omono na also makasa asemo wo ubewu. Obabru apostle Johnson ground to me do you say me wo. Now who be catch say will inkwasiade amoye na Ghana ha. Who Elizabeth Ohene? Near ti krom ha. And Sam Jonah and the Akufo-Addo be catch Ghana for say what is going on is bad. Our country is sinking. Why when you move theme be catch say who be the Sam Jonah attempt? We will live to see what. If we have been able to live through Akufo-Addo's administration with witches and greedy bastards like you guiding Akufo-Addo to destroy this nation, what haven't we seen? What is worse than living under Akufo-Addo's regime? Anamo bodamo. Anamo adwini nenye dwuma. Baby, I am re. We will live to see in the future. You and whose future? Moya dima temana mo baba mo. Jimina mo de Ghana ho. Jimina mo de Ghana ho. Elizabeth Ohene, and then the CJ who has been changed. Yet to Kromaha, a young lady who could have led the EC for years. Today recognized around the world, Charlotte say, the statement to the same 146 article. And all the Kwasi say we will see a regret in the future. We want to regret after you are dead. We don't want you to be part of our turbulence and problems. Because you are the people who created this foolishness in the first place. Now would you say any race muana? And I'm going to say, yes, Robi or Ghana, this entitlement to people feel. Crazy, dirty people. Self-entitlement. You feel so much. Obi to say, Sofa Yokufo, or just or Kasa, this will be a Kasa. Why? Why? Who the hell is Sofa Yokufo? Who is she? You are a former CJ. So, what? How long do you have to live on this planet? And see, we the young ones cannot speak for ourselves and protect what we think we can protect for years to come. And you dying old birds, dying old horses, you want to decide for us. Munyan in terms of near Woody Ebeye, now we're in your clear, near for young ones and bra, now mokramo distracting nipa. Munyana mu free assassin so, obedi so safma for the honor and nam ha air day. 1932 near woo, Uji space was as is day. Osafumafo, Onekufo the buyer, or Timiko loan was saloon. Osafumafo, na no saving, or Koji loan was saloon. Osafumafo, or Tna Ghana ha, ebe finance minister. There's course ye nyina ye hu ye osafo maafo owen. Enye mo classmate ni osafo maafo. Messiah, give me Elizabeth Ohine's picture. Kwasiafo. Messiah, give me Elizabeth. Friday. I'm not under any pressure to go fast. Mami Elizabeth Ohine picture na me fanchira Ghana for. Matna Ghana na ma hijack krono. Your biggest problem was that when I appeared with my team and we started exposing you ignorant wannabes in Ghana. That is the hatred towards me and my team. That is your problem. The hatred you people have for me is because I was able to break that jinx. That thing that was covering you guys, making you people look intelligent and honest people. I was able to break it. That is the pain in your hearts. That is what hurts you people. That is why you people hate me. Because that thing that you people clothe yourself with, that hypocrisy, that entitlement, that kind of corruption you covered with, we are this, we are from here, our name sounds like this. That thing that I came to break, and then Kevin doesn't respect. My bodam. Na mo Ghana for counsel. Di nkwasi asam sa. Obian to challenge obia. And yet group acronym and a group me feel so entitled. So for Akufo okasa di oyeno ho. Okasa. I say a binitala hinano. And you know, and you see, and what does it say? Hey, oh bodam 2025. Kek kura yokuno. Now we betrabe kan kwasam. Huh? And you know, and we don't understand a council of state member. Una ukoka say Imrani emfanya juma. What's our whole to abetna ebe and you know and Ghana and we don't understand and nena and opaya koda ya okuri to the destined powder boy edimni ada because of you. Mo baby kekamo. Elizabeth Ohini ni 1945 ni wono 1945. Sike biya o Ghana biya wedi bi. Aban bi NPP dia ba biya otim. We defending every nonsense. She used to be a journalist. We defending every nonsense. Now wo baby awedu yi. Ahomache tre. Otu so nkondwom san wa kodwo nso korabem. E ka kire say tokonu ayade na constitution ni dia. We live to see. You and who are going to live to see that? You and who? 1945. You are people who are supposed to reason. You people feel so entitled. Nobody should speak about Akufo-Addo and NPP. And now. Now this is of Akufo Kasa. I say binitala. You know, we don't understand. And I tell hey, baby for to see. Well, more. I'm gonna say Ghana no. Into the problem with me, with the problem they have with me, is simple. It is because this generation, we have been able to enlighten the generation well. We have been able to educate the generation well. We have been able to open their eyes. Now, they don't see some people as unique human beings in Ghana. They don't see some people as the wholesale of wisdom. They don't see some people as uniquely talented or uniquely gifted with some exceptional political intelligence. Now, the ordinary Ghanaian wants you to speak intelligence for them to research, understand that you are speaking the truth. That is the problem they have with me. Why do you keep doing this? Why have you exposed the Akufo-Addo? Why have you exposed the NPP? Why have you exposed the tribal bigotry in the system? Why have you made every Ghanaian become ordinary? And that is what we have been fighting for years. We wanted every Ghanaian to look ordinary so that we can all think ordinary and make decisions that affect the ordinary Ghanaian positively. When I started exposing the rot and that cloud that they created around themselves, they started hating me. Boy, we 1945, 2025, 13 years. Say we will live because tokonu. The constitution has made sure a constitution that didn't do I will say one tiasie. They are nobody. I'm telling you people. Apo. They say, now say much na TV one, on say TV nyamu febium. When these people are speaking and you are listening, utubusa say, hey, how did I fall for this? Yeah, because now you're breaking jinx. We have broken that. They don't make sense anymore. We are checking them. The reality check no to mean pass the test. No, they cannot pass that test because we are making the young people check them. Who is Sophia Kufu? She's a former judge, so she did not write the constitution. She's not intelligent than me. No. And see, why should Sophia Kufu's statement decide Ghana's future? We all are supposed to think and make decisions. Decisions that will help every single Ghanaian. So, Elizabeth Ohene, Sophia Kufu, and the likes, they are not intelligent than anybody. We are all ordinary Ghanaians who are supposed to think, understand, ask questions and demand reasonable answers, and then at the end of the day, build this nation. And see, some people who feel, say, omuye exceptional no ya ba break his idea no nti eya omuya enitina and omunyina tina TV so the young people today are insulting me. I'm not a young man. No, me, I don't see myself as youth. No, I can be president of Ghana at my age. Ebusuye bi man kan be ebusuya penyini. I am a husband like your husband, and I'm a dad like you, your husband. I am a family man like yourself. Age is just a number. It is the intelligence here that proves to say you are worth the addressing you or not. So you people should not hide behind age and fool yourself in Ghana. No, we are not going to allow that. 1960, 70, 80, 1999, and I'm more decided in power Ghana. Obia and disrespect you, Obia. It is the Awobeka, the Awobe, one case of credibility no record, and the betch Sana and Kwarabe too. There are so many people in Ghana, when I sit here and address them, I give them all the respect because they have conducted themselves well. They have conducted themselves well. Now, then, I would show the same respect because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Now, Yanko Enim, and then Friday, Ejinim. It's a Siamunya Matiasie. Mamu Makwasie bin dadao. Say, yachi Abronye. Na Abronye nyansa bene woni tim akwawi. Akwawe nyansa bene woni tim. We Jimmy nyansa bene woni tim. Jimmy for Abronye. We Jimmy nyansa bene pa ne woni tim. Why ne beti Abronye as a regional chairman and say, yes, I want to be part of this party. We Jimmy. So why should anybody be worried and say, yachi Jimmy for? Inti, and then I'm on Ghana no. The whole thing is like, oh, Kevin Taylor here. Na Kevin Taylor here no one kuma. Unum say, oh yeah, becho. Ya becho. Mwejimi, ma say ntwamwa. Ma say toilet mumwa. You cannot think for yourselves. Obika bibia na munyina mu die chire. Me ka chire mu in 2024 say me gu party in 2028. And I will be your president as a political party. You see, today, I control the narrative. I am your manifesto. Me catch him say, I will be the firewall for John Mahama. And me to Mama John Mahama really Ghana peacefully. 4 years. So, person you become a better debia canon. Yes. And today, you are looking at me, and John Mahama is working. He is working for the people. As I speak today, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama,